And also from our presidential candidate, Raila Amolo Odinga, together with the running mate, Mother Wangari Karua. It is already on the record, and this was documented by even Tuju before he left as the SG of Jubilee. The recruitment of POs and deputy, is ROs and deputy ROs. The deadline for application was on the 5th of May 2022. The assessment was done by Chebukati of those who had applied on the 28th of April. So he has already gazetted the people he wants to recruit, but he continues inviting applications all the way to the 5th of May. We worked with the deadline of the 5th of May. So what this did to our side was that the people we were having as to apply and perhaps be recruited as ROs and deputy ROs were locked out. We were duped because he gazetted more than a week earlier of the people he wanted to recruit. A predetermined outcome is what IBC was working with. One of the anomalies. The second one, and this is again for Kenyans in Mount Kenya region. There was nothing like 55 or 60% turnout. Anywhere in Mount Kenya where we got 40% turnout was a record. The turnout within Mount Kenya was below 40%. Anything else is cooked. A thing that happened with all our counties. Anywhere we had Kikuyus within the Mount Kenya counties or even within the diaspora, be it in Kajiado, be it in Narok, or even Lamu, where there was a block of Kikuyus who would have voted in any other way, all our agents were denied access to the polling stations at the time when others were allowed in. We have agents who were allowed in around 10. In fact, the earliest most of the agents got in was around 10. One reason was given to all of them. Your letter of appointment is not stamped. Your letter of appointment is not stamped. Even after intervening and calling IBC and the rest, it is then when they sent an instruction and said, you can allow them in. By 10 o'clock, any stealing that had been planned had taken place. And no wonder, when you listen to the people from all the corners of the counties, and even those agents who continue, who are little sharp and keen, they were saying the ballot boxes were looking full all the way. Most of them were looking full even by the time they were getting in, but when they were getting in, there was no queue of people who had voted in numbers. We know how Mount Kenya people have been voting in the past. This is not possible. So, our Jubilee agents were denied access, and also the Azimio agents within Mount Kenya. All of them were given the same answer. Your letter is not stamped. And by the time we intervened to get the letters, to get them admitted into the polling stations, it was 10. Some places it went all the way to after midday and even at 2. And some places they went completely without polling agents. There's another thing that is coming across. And this is the issue of assisted voters. All of a sudden, Mount Kenya, we had too many voters who needed to be assisted. The literacy level just shot up. 2022. Very many people could not read. They did not even know the candidates. They did not even know even what they had gone to do in the polling stations. And this is what happened. And I saw it because I also went to the polling stations. Our agents were stuck at one corner. Kule. And the presiding officer is here with the assisted voters. We have heard of the questions they were asking. Walikuwa nauliza maswali kama haya. Mama amesema hajui kuandika, anataka kusaidiwa. Anaambiwa kuna vyama vingi kama UDA na hizo zingine. Unataka gani? Kuna vyama vingi kama UDA na zingine. Unataka gani? Other mamas would go in and say, sijui kuandika hata kusoma, nichagulie. And the PO will not even dare call in an agent, but who can quickly tick, of course, the names of the candidates that he preferred to pick. It is within our region that we now got a new phenomenon of people going into the polling stations and taking photographs of their ballot papers. I personally told my RO, we have photographs being taken in this constituency across. And he said, I'm going to check on it. I'm going to check on it. Why was the ballot paper why was the picture? Why were the voters taking pictures of the ballot papers? It is because there was a salary, there was a payment that was supposed to be given to those voters after they have left. It was evidence. I voted as we agreed. Where is my reward for voting? There was massive rigging and massive voter bribery within Mount Kenya region. And I want to tell you, I don't believe that there was really an election in that area. Ile ukola ilifanyiwa watu wa kwetu ni kitu ambayo we will have to think hard about it. In Nakuru, for example, Nakuru County, 10 out of the 11 deputy returning officers, 10 out of the 11 deputy returning officers were from one tribe. The 11th one was from Turkana. All the other 10 were from the one tribe. Hata kama ni kabila yako wewe mwenyewe, hata wewe una haya. Nyeri County. We have been treated to TV drama and confirmation that, oh, we have done this thing, due diligence has been done, and the rest. But in Nyeri County, Dadhi polling station, Kafar Ward, Kieni, ballot papers got finished for the women left. Where they got others, they will tell us, but they got finished. They also got finished at Kiawa Thangi, yeah? Kiawa Idhanji, at Agodhi, hii ni wapi? Gakoe?
Agodhi Gaki Ward.
Yes, Agodhi Gaki Ward in Tetu. The ballot papers got finished. Hata wewe jiulize, ballot papers za mtu mmoja zimekwisha, za wale wengine hazikukwisha. And the RO, her name is called Anastasia, confirmed that the shortage, she confirmed, and we have it on our WhatsApp. She actually sent a text confirming that there was a shortage of ballot papers. Tharaka constituency. Kithauri Primary School. Kithauri Primary School opened for voting at 6 p.m. not a.m. 6 p.m. jioni. Just in case you are confusing. Ilikuwa ifunguliwe asubuhi. I think something happened. Wakaona kama ni jioni. Wakafungua saa 12 jioni. And then they left the station open for people to vote until midnight. Ni mchawi gani huyu alikuwa anatembea usiku kwenda kupiga kura saa 6 ya usiku? Midnight. People were voting at midnight at a polling station within our area. Kithioroka Primary School, again, this is even more interesting. The station opened at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Just in case unasahau kidogo, 8 p.m. ni saa 2 ya usiku. Si asubuhi, saa 2 ya usiku. This remained open until 1 a.m. We have an affidavit on the same, and it will be in court. these are areas that are very low network coverage. So you can actually tell, you don't need, like the Deputy President said, you don't need rocket science to imagine what happened. Nyandarua County, Bora Primary School polling station, the Kim's kit failed. By 6 p.m., jioni tena, only 90 people had voted because above Kim's kit failed. This one is even more interesting because voting was extended until 3 a.m. ile masaa ya Simon Peter ya maombi. Sasa jioni maombi gani walikuwa wanafanya saa hiyo? Ilikuwa lazima iwe ilikuwa kuomba kula siibiwe kabisa. So, gentlemen, we want to continue confirming to you that if there is genocide that has been committed, it is the people of Mount Kenya. And we are removing ourselves from it. And I can tell you, this will be an embarrassment for us as a country when the truth keeps coming out. The information that we have is in affidavits, sworn affidavits, that are also part of the petitions that we have filed in the Supreme Court. And the reason for this press conference is to continue letting you know that we are aware of what happened. And we will continue getting more aware as people come forward. Let me tell you, the killing of the RO from Bakassi has scared some of the officers of IBC who had there before frontiered to give evidence. Killing of witnesses is not a new thing in this country, and I think the DCI and other institutions or agencies charged with it should take care of those people. The stealing was done, and I can tell you here, it was done by UDA with Kahoot with IBC. And it is not a thing that happened 1 day or 2 days. It's a thing that had been, it was part of the strategy, campaign strategy that was there. And I can also tell you that when they start speaking, utasikia wakiwabia tena, because we'll call you and tell you more. The kind of money that was being given to households, because bribery was being done throughout the night. We had no elections in Mount Kenya. Something more interesting that we are seeing. There was an attempt to make Raila look like he had not been accepted in Mount Kenya. But in some of the counties, like Kirinyaga, for example, Raila had more votes than the governor candidate of Jubilee in Kirinyaga. And it is not the only one. So even imagining that he was not accepted in Mount Kenya, that's another lie. So we are looking forward to the outcome of these petitions at the Supreme Court. An injustice has been committed to Kenyans, and especially from Mount Kenya region. It was a targeted area. Embu, William Ruto went to Embu 147 times. Why is that in? Yes. Ilikuwa ukikanyanga pale, lazima akuja akanyage kwa ile pale pale, because I believe they had a special scheme in Embu. And I can tell you, in Bere North, yes. I think it's Bere North. Yes. Bere North, go and do your due diligence. Most of the POs were relatives of Justin Muturi. Most of the POs, they were relatives of Jagagwa, and they were relatives of Kariuki Mate. All of them UDA. How also we ended up with bloggers of UDA being recruited as POs, it is upon you also to think through it. Again, it is not rocket science. Kwa hivyo, tunataka kuambia kwamba hapa tuko na ushahidi ya kutosha kujua kwamba hakuna kura ilipigwa Mount Kenya. Hiyo wizi ambayo tulifanywa tutaiandika kwa historia baada ya kumalizana na mambo Supreme Court. But we really want us to deal with this issue and deal with it properly. We want to thank Raila Amolo Odinga and Mother Karua, the Azimio fraternity, because this stealing has never happened before, and we are still peaceful in this country. We want to thank them for calling upon our supporters to remain peaceful. This is very annoying. It is something that requires a lot of courage and love for the country for you not to explode. I thank you. If it were possible, this is not an election, by the way. It is not. If only we can nullify the whole of it and go back to the debate. This is just like the Chaboric nominations that are done by parties. And we never imagined that an institution like IEBC, which is independent, will let the ball that. In fact, it's not letting the ball down. It's conniving with a party in this manner. So to us, it is not going to be possible because we don't want to disrupt the country. But this is not an election. Yes, mtu ya wale wengine. Were they present na Buduki ama na Karai? Yes. But you know the work of the police officer is to ensure that there is order. So there must have been order in the stealing. This is to ensure that everything is orderly. So whether you are stealing, order. Whether you are voting properly, order. Here your case is carrying. We can only leave it to you and I to guess. Yes, but there was order in all the stations. Yes. These are people. These are all coordinators from across the country. And the interesting bit is we have affidavit thrown on all these issues. Well, you don't have to trust me. Why should I trust you? Why should I trust you? I mean, you want to see me crying in the church with a Bible so that you trust me? Any other question? Asante sana. Kumaanisha umeelewa na mambo imeingia. Wale watu wa Kikuyu. Sasa, eh? Niseme tu kwa Kiswahili kwa sababu nitajaribu hiyo ingine polepole ya kwamba juzi tulisema ya kwamba kule Mount Kenya region, especially counties that had Kikuyus, because that is what was targeted by UDA, there was nothing like a yellow wave. Oh, ilikuwa Kiswahili? Aya. Nasema ya kwamba sehemu ambazo tumetoka kupiga uchaguzi tarehe 9 na sehemu ambazo zinaitwa Mount Kenya na sana zile ambao zina Wakikuyu idadi kubwa kuliko kwingineko, hakuna uchaguzi ulifanyika. Na sababu yake ni kwa sababu yale mambo ambayo tumeendelea kupokea kutoka wale ambao tulikuwa tumewapa kazi ya kutuangalilia, kuobserve, wametuletea mambo ambayo ni ajabu. Mambo ambayo tumeyaweka katika affidavits na mtayapata kule kotini. Na mengi kati yao ni kwamba idadi ya wale ambao walitokea kupiga kula haikufika ile ambayo tunaambiwa na IBC, sijui 50% ama 60% ama ilikuwa chini ya 40%, 40 asilimia 40 kwenda chini. La pili ni kwamba agents wetu kwa kila station walikuwa wanapatiwa ni kama kulikuwa na instruction moja ya kwamba hauwezi ukaingia kwa polling station kwa sababu barua yako haijapigwa muhuri. Kwa hivyo agents wetu hawakuingia kwa polling station mapema ya saa 4. Wote walikuwa wanaingia kuanzia saa 4 kurudi nyuma. Nini ilikuwa inafanyika kuanzia saa 12 ama saa 11 mpaka saa 4. La tatu ni wale ambao walisaidiwa kupiga kula. Na kwa sababu ni watu ambao wanatusikia na ni wa Kenya, ni vizuri wajue ya kwamba hii mambo ya kufanya udanganyifu kwa kula, hata Mwenyezi Mungu atakulani we mwenyewe. Akina mama ambao walifanya hawa na wazee na wengine tunawajua wanajua kusoma, anaingia kwa polling station anasema hajui kusoma, lakini pia amewaweka agents wetu kule kwa kona. Hapa anauliza swali, mama, unataka kupigia nani kura? Kuna vyama vingi hapa, kuna UDA na hizo zingine, unataka gani? Na mama anasema hiyo umesema. Ile ingine pia anauliza, anaambiwa mama anakuja ama anasema sijui kusoma, nichagulie. The PO mwenyewe anatik zote bila hata kuita agents. A common happening across the areas. Na pia wao pia wanachagaa ni kwa nini ballot boxes zilikuwa zinaonekana zimejaa tangu walipoingia mpaka mwisho. Walikuwa wanauza hao watu ambao walipiga kura walikuwa akina nani? Tumepata kujua kwamba kama kule Nakuru wale ambao ndio walikuwa deputy returning officers kati ya 11 ambao waliajiriwa Nakuru, 10 walikuwa wametoka kwa kabila moja. Mmoja tu ndio alikuwa ameajiriwa kutoka Turkana. Baada ya Nyeri tunaambiwa kwamba ballot papers ziliisha kama ile Dadhi polling station Kabaru. Ballot papers za women rep ziliisha. Hii kijina ni kubwa. Kiawaidhaje Agodhi Gaki ward pia kule ballot papers ziliisha, na RO mwenyewe aliconfirm akahakikisha na akasema kwa kuandika katika mambo ya simu ya kwamba kweli walipatiwa ballot papers ambazo hazitoshani na wale ambao wanapiga kura kwa hizo stations. Wewe jiulize na kichwa yako yale umesikia Chebukati akisema, na hii tunaambiwa na RO. Wizi